Hey everyone, got a huge box here to unbox. We're in the Seamaster again today. This one I know is from Exquisite Timepieces in Naples, Florida. I asked for some swag actually when I bought my Seamaster from them. So I know Nick sent some swag in here. I don't know what's inside, but there's also a Planet Ocean in here that I get to borrow and do a full review on. So let's take a look at the goodies in this box. And the first thing is an Oris cap. That's really cool. What else do we got in here? We have a travel tote. Very nice. An Oris pen. I like that. Essence of Omega. This looks like their latest catalog. That'll be fun to look through. And then here's that Planet Ocean. Just make sure there's nothing else in here. And let's do this unboxing. One of the things that I love about Omega, and I'm increasingly just thinking that Omega is my favorite brand now. I love so many of the models. I love the fact that they give you these beautiful wood boxes here. You know, it's a little touch that you know, we might not use a whole lot as a watch band, but it's certainly nice to have. So let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this Planet Ocean. So let me bring it up in front of the camera. This is the Seamaster Planet Ocean, 600 meters in stainless steel with the white ceramic dial here and the orange ceramic bezel. I'll begin the first impressions here by placing the dimensions on the screen and talking a little bit about this. This retails, full retail price on the bracelet, $6,500. If you were to opt for this on the fabric strap, the NATO strap, it would be $6,200. So it's kind of cool that Omega is only charging a $300 premium at retail for the very nice bracelet here with the clasp. This does have the sliding extension system, so it's very adjustable and very sharp too with the tolerances in the overall design language. I really love the white ceramic dial here. I think it's great for the summer. This would be an excellent summer watch. In fact, let me take the sticker off here so we can see the details to a higher degree. We have orange applied Arabic numerals at the 12, 6, and 9 o'clock positions. A little bit of orange accenting on the tip of the running seconds hand, the Seamaster designation, and the water resistance designation, which for the Planet Ocean is 600 meters. Now the Planet Ocean first debuted in 2005, so it's been out for roughly 15 years. And the design language is based off of a Seamaster 300, the second generation from the late 1960s. And you know, it's not a complete one-to-one by any stretch, but the overall case shape, the details of the dial, and to a degree, the broad pointer hour hand and minute hand takes inspiration from the Seamaster 300, but the Planet Ocean really is a modern beast of a tool watch that's very dressy, very sharp, and I think a worthy adversary or a competitor to the Rolex Submariner. Now I do have a sub. I have the Hulk, the 116610LV, and I'll show you guys the two watches side by side. And honestly, they're both so rich, so full of detail and color. I love the way both of these brands work with color. Specifically this one with the orange ceramic bezel. It's kind of a burnt ochre or rust color. It's not bright traffic cone orange like you would find on a Seiko or a Breitling. This is a bit more muted, but still very deep in the saturation. And I think, oh my goodness, this is a gorgeous watch. And I hope you guys can see how this pops and how this shines in the natural light pictures and videos that I'm editing in to this first impressions video. This is very well done. I love the mix of brushing and polishing, the big twisted lugs here. This is kind of a hefty watch when you look at the overall height, the 21 millimeter lug width that does taper down to the clasp on the bracelet. But surprisingly, you know, it actually wears not like a tank like you would imagine. I think this actually plays a little bit more diminutively than this Breitling Avenger 43 that I'm showing it next to, and also the Seamaster Professional, my silver dial or chrome dial variation. This is heftier, it's taller, technically it's a little bit wider, but you guys can see side by side, they're actually very comparable. So I would not be turned away by the size of this watch, even the very tall height with the 600-meter diver. It's a watch that you can pull off with a moderately sized wrist. And if you have smaller preferences, definitely opt for the 39.5mm version that plays a lot more diminutively than this Planet Ocean does. Now let's talk about the movement. We have the caliber 8900. This is a master chronometer, so it is META certified by the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology. 60 hours of power reserve. One of the things that I really like about the 8900 coaxial movement is the fact that they've included the time zone function in the movement. So we do not have a quick set date, but you do have the ability to jump or bump the local hand or the hour hand forward or backward by 1 hour increments without hacking the movement. So I actually prefer the jumping hour as opposed to the quick set date personally. So that's one of the things that I like about the 8900. It does have a slightly higher power reserve than my Seamaster, and that is due to the fact that we have twin barrels in this one with a full silicon balance. So anti-magnetic, very well dialed in, and I love the arabesque machine finishing here. I think it's very attractive, and no one else really does this. So to me, it's Omega now. The look is Omega design DNA. Now this is not the full review. We will jump into the details and spend a bit more time on this watch in that future video, and we'll do some comparisons to the Seamaster, to the Submariner, to the Avenger 43 from Breitling. But one of the things that I think is really interesting is from reading the specs on this about this watch, the bezel has a liquid ceramic and superluminova diving scale that's injected here into the bezel. So I'm going to give you the low light luminescent shot so you guys can see that and see the tone of the lume. And I mean, that's one of the nice details that Omega does a great job with, that helps overall enhance the user experience or the day-to-day operation of this tool watch, this very beautiful tool watch from Omega. I think that's really great. Now I'll close the video by showing you the clasp. We have a nice twin push button here with elongated oval polished pushers, a nice milled section here, and then on the back you guys can see there's a dive extension and there's the push button, so you can operate the sliding micro adjustment system and get that nice amount of travel to fit your wrist if it shrinks or if it expands during the course of wearing the watch during the day. This is the case back where you guys can see that 8900 caliber, really nice to see. I won't take all the stickers off, so it will look a bit more sharp in person when you don't have a sticker on. Obviously this one is a brand new watch that I have on loan from Exquisite Timepieces, so I've got to keep it in pristine condition for them, but it's just so cool to have it in person and to see the white and see the orange. This, in my opinion, is one of those models when you see it on Omega's website, where you see some just pictures in a watch forum or Facebook group. It doesn't wow, it doesn't pop, it doesn't look like a super attractive watch, but I've got to say, in the metal, in the flesh, it's so different. It's muted, it's sporty, it's pretty without being too blingy. I really like what I'm seeing here, and dang it, Nick, you're gonna want me to give a brother to the Seamaster, and there's just too many watches that I want to buy, but this one I could see myself really loving and enjoying ownership of the white dial, orange bezel, Planet Ocean 43mm from Omega. So guys, as we close, I'm gonna put my guy Nick's contact information here in the description. He works for Exquisite Timepieces. They are an authorized dealer in Naples, Florida for a ton of brands, including Omega, independent brands. And they also take in trade-ins too. So if you want to trade in your watch, you want to browse their used inventory, they have a good selection. And I got great pricing on my Seamaster, and every time I work with them, they take good care of me. So I'll be buying my next watches from Nick. And if you guys are shopping for a luxury piece, definitely reach out to him. He's a young guy, a watch fan. He'll take good care of you. So let me know if there's something specific you would like to see me cover in the full review. You can reach out in the comment section, or you can send me a private email if you wish. Thanks for taking the time to watch this first impressions video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.